So let's have some fun. Let's discuss what we think is going to be dropping this year. I seriously believe that 2025 is going to be nutty. Like, that's my theory. I feel like 2024 was like a setup year, and 2025 is going to be the nutty year. It's like Game of Thrones. If you guys ever watched Game of Thrones, they always have like those episodes where it's just like a lot of like dialogue heavy, and they're okay, but you know they're setting up for like the big battles coming, right? That's pretty much it. 2025 is going to be insane. And I'm not doing a list. Okay, there's no list here. I'm so tired of lists. After doing my 2024 awards, we're just going to be talking, having a conversation with the chat, going over what we think is going to be the, you know, albums that we're excited about, or bands dropping something this year in 2025. I really hope Loathe drops. I said that really fucking weird. Let me try that again. I really hope Loathe drops something this year, man. They've been cooking for how long? Since 2020, I think. Yeah, I think I Let It In and Took Everything was 2020. Oh yeah, Dimorphous Display. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really crazy about these couple songs that they dropped. They were just like experimental singles, so whatever. But Loathe has been cooking for a while. I really hope that they're going to drop something. And when they do, I don't think it's going to be like I Let It In and It Took Everything. I can't see this band writing the same record twice. And with, you know, the amount of love people have for that record, including myself, I just can't picture Loathe being a band that just wants to replicate it and do something the same. I don't want to hear any Loathe talk anymore. It's annoying. Oh, really? You're one of those people? Oh, let's get the band hammer going. Let's get at it. Bring the hammer down. Step the fuck back. Fran says Whitechapel, the Callous, Style Boys, Extortionist, and of course Loathe. Whitechapel is going to be dropping something. I'm not going to lie. When it came to Visceral Wretch, people were kind of shocked that I put it like 77th place as like best songs of the year. People really love that song. I thought it was okay. I'm much more of a fan of like stuff from Kin. I really like the more progressive alt rock stuff that they were going for with like the hints of deathcore. Like I thought it was just kind of unique, but they obviously do deathcore really well since they're one of the OGs of it. I think maybe I'm just craving something in that style a little bit more than just more deathcore. That's just me. But the other big one, which is rumored to drop according to some leak, but yeah, before Download Festival, apparently Sleep Token is going to be dropping something. Now that was a big rumor. I didn't really talk about it like publicly until like other news tabloids started covering like Sleep Token could be dropping something before the Download Festival. Now I feel like because that's in the air, I think they're going to change their plans. Sleep Token is a band that, you know, their whole thing is mystery. Now, since people have like some sort of expectation that it might drop early 2025, like I don't think so. I think they're going to postpone it because of that big whoopsie. Fans ruin things, but it wasn't a fan. It wasn't a fan that ruined things. It was like the Download Festival, the guy that's running the whole show. He basically was in an interview and said like, oh yeah, we're excited to put Sleep Token as like the main headliner because they're going to be dropping an album like before the festival. And then they published the article and everyone went crazy. So we'll see. But if Sleep Token obviously drops something, that's going to be huge, man. That's huge, huge. Another one that I have personally, I got to shout out my favorite, Thrice. Thrice is a band that I just fucking love. Bear with me as I gush about them a little bit more, but they dropped an album 2-3 years ago, and they did like a cool like recreation of like their old album from 20 years ago, but that's not the same. Thrice's new sound is definitely much more rock. It's a lot more chill. There's nuance with like certain time signatures. But they're like a pretty simple band, but back in the day they were kind of metalcore, post-hardcore. Horizon West, I really hope drops this year because Horizons East was 3 years ago, and they have like Scavengers, which is a sick song, but Between the Buried and Me, Tundra, yeah, fucking good shout out. I don't have that on my list. Man, they've been quiet. When was Colors 2? You know, it's been a minute since they've dropped something. Yeah, 3 years ago was Colors 2, so they need to drop something too. I wish Kanashi, Coops. I cannot get into Kanashi, man. Marge Simpson Core. The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, fuck, bro. Devil Wears Prada could be dropping something too. Again, I really think 2024 was a setup year. I think all the bands were cooking. They were all writing. I think this year is going to be stacked. Contortionist. I've actually done this video pretty much every year. And every year I mention the Contortionist. And every year we haven't gone to the Contortionist. So I'm going to do it again. I hope the Contortionist drops in 2025, but we'll see. We'll see. Or was Reimagine Return to Earth was 7 years ago. Oh yeah, no, they dropped this, a retrospective. It's like a live set just a month ago. They're a little too chill for you. I recommend Exoplanet then, because they were really stupid heavy with that record. The fact that they put out this live video just a month ago, I think they purposely did it to make sure that people are still paying attention to the Contortionist. Maybe in 2025, we actually finally get it. I think that's the reason why they did this live video in this set. Dude, I can only wish. Another artist that I hope drops something, Polyphia. I feel like they're probably going to drop something. I don't know if it'll be this year, but probably next year. They're always kind of writing. Bro, Veil Maya's not going to drop anything. They broke up. Well, they're taking a hiatus. Don't expect anything from Veil and Maya for a long time, actually. It's a huge bummer, man. Yeah, but Polyphia, I really hope they drop something. I always love these instrumental records. As you can see, Marson was in my top 30 best albums of 2024, similar to Polyphia and Unprocessed, which is another band that I'm fairly confident they're going to drop something. They dropped 2 banger singles last year. It makes sense for them to drop a full record. For people that are not listening to Unprocessed yet, then shame, because they're really good, man. Everyone's been talking about them. Like all the reactors are like showing them out too. Drew, Steve OG, put them in like top 10 list too. I'm fairly confident they will drop something, man. They're getting a lot of hype and it just feels like it makes sense for them to drop something. Yeah, we talked about Whitechapel. Laura Shore, man. Laura Shore could drop something too. You know, there was rumors of them dropping something last year, like last summer. That ended up not happening. So who knows, man? I feel like maybe those rumors that were getting spread, like they were dropping some song called Casting Stones or something. And then because of the attention that got, maybe they pushed it back, or it's all just a lie. But Laura Shore, it's been a long time since they've dropped new music. Look to the Hellfire. 3 years ago, oh, The Pain Remains. Yeah, 2 years ago when this video dropped. There's still a lot of hype surrounding this band and around Will Ramos. Oh, fuck, Chauvin 10. Yeah. So when we're talking about deathcore, you know, a lot of people are talking about Whitechapel, Laura Shore. My personal palate and taste is more Chauvin 10 than Disembodied Tyrant. Yeah, this song is still such a fucking banger, man. Landmarks is coming out with something too. Yeah, they've been cooking. Another band that I have is Invent Animate. Like, what else are they going to do this year? Are they going to just take like a break and do nothing and just maybe like tour? They already dropped like a deluxe version of Heavener last year. Maybe an EP. They might drop an EP. Who knows? But I really feel like we're going to get some new Invent Animate. Heavener Deluxe Plus. Yeah, just more extra songs and reimaginings. Fit for Autopsy? Nah, they dropped something last year. I can't see them doing something. Maybe like an EP. Yeah, too soon. Too soon. Who knows though? Like, speaking of a band that drops albums and EPs all the time, there's rumors of another EP, but Darko US is probably, I'm going to fucking bet everything that Darko US is going to drop something this year. Who wants to bet money on it? They're already teasing. Yeah, Baby J is a fucking, he's nuts. Maybe new 6th. Oh shit. Hoop Sounds. If that happens, I will shit a brick. I will shit a brick. But another band that I have here, Gojira. I think with the success of Mea Culpa, it'd be shocking for them to not drop something this year. People are paying attention to Gojira, like more so than ever. They've always been like one of the bigger bands in metal, yet still for some reason a little bit underrated in terms of like the big metal bands like Metallica and stuff. But I would be shocked if Gojira doesn't drop something this year after, you know, the hype that was Mea Culpa. Another one, Bad Omens. Love's the death of
peace of mind.
Whether or not Bad Omens actually drops a full album, I'm not too sure. They could definitely drop an EP though. I feel just like Lauren Shore, they're still popular. They could still milk the Death of Peace of Mind or some collabs, and they can get away with this year. They're still really relevant. Iceland Kills or too early? No, I think Iceland Kills could drop something. When did Silver Scream 2 come out? Again, Iceland Kills definitely could drop something. I really feel like 2025 is going to be insane, man. And Karshev. Oh, and that's what Village Wolf was saying. I think it was Village Wolf that said Carmen Jaka. Yeah, I really hope Carmen Jaka drops something this year. For people that don't know, this is just a small progressive metal band that dropped an EP 2 years ago. Really beautiful prog metal. It's something original. Like I really like the category that I did, which is shouting out like the most beautiful music and metal for 2024. I really think metal is constantly experimenting with like more pretty sounds, and this band is top in the top. Lo-fi Thal, yeah, kind of is. I See Stars. You know what's a better idea? Who's not going to be dropping something this year? Like, there's so many bands that I think are going to be dropping a lot of music this year. Good Tiger. Fucking hell, dude. That's a great shout out. Tool. Protest the Hero. Fuck. They've been, I think they finished recording too. The Ocean could drop something. Burb, what is your favorite Loathe track? I need to know after listening to the album bit. I don't know if I really have a favorite Loathe song because it's like the album that I really like. Is It Really You is beautiful. Two-Way Mirrors, just a good shoegazy track. Screaming. I definitely like the more shoegazy tracks from Loathe, but in the album I really like the metal tracks too, like Gourd and stuff. But if I'm going to just listen to the singles on its own, I'm probably going to take the shoegazy tracks. Is It Really You? Is It Really You is like one of the most beautiful songs ever written. It's crazy that it's only their like second record and they wrote to me a classic. Yeah, title track is really good too, man. Spirit Box. Okay, let's talk about bands that are actually dropping music, because Spirit Box, yeah, I think in May is when Tsunami Sea drops. No, in March. Yeah, March 7th. Yeah, so they're going to be first quarter of 2025. Spirit Box is already dropping something, and that's one of the biggest bands in the scene, obviously. Another band, Architects. And Architects being one of my favorite bands ever, but I have not cared for the new albums. They won me over a little bit with Whiplash. Whiplash is not like the most insane song ever, but I don't know. I just really like the chorus. The breakdowns are fun. I just found myself going back to it a lot more than their other new songs. So I'm actually stoked for the new record. I'm trying to figure out when it releases, but oh man, it sucks. The video got censored on YouTube, so I can't even pull it up. Oh, here's the censored version. Yeah, they took a hit in views because of that. Okay, their new album is coming out February 28th. Yeah, the first quarter of 2025 is already pretty stacked. Polaris is going to be different without Ryan too. Don Bracco, they could drop something. We Came as Romans, the Devil Wears Prada. I feel like out of all those, the Devil Wears Prada is probably most likely to drop something. Holy in Absence, I think they're going to drop something too. Bloody Wood. I'm actually stoked for some new Bloody Wood. I found the Baby Metal song collab was a little bit forgettable after some time, but New Delhi is still a fucking banger. And like, they have the guitar and they're just a fun band. They're unique. So, oh fuck, Crystal Lake. Yakub. Yeah, I would love a new album from Yakub. He seems like someone that could drop an EP though. Who knows? New Poison the Well. How about Thank You Scientists? Thank You Scientists could drop something too. What is like, okay, instead of albums, what do you think is going to happen in 2025? Like, what is like a metal thing that's going to happen? We had Gojira at the Olympics. We had Spirit Box getting nominated and Knock Loose getting nominated for a Grammy. You think they could win actually? If Knock Loose actually wins a Grammy, I think that'd be sick. And I think it could be likely. Besides that, I think there could be more collabs too, because what Spirit Box did the collab with Megan Thee Stallion. I really hope that 2025 we constantly merge more artists from different genres collaborating with metal. Like, imagine Billie Eilish working with like fucking Sleep Token or something. Which I feel like is kind of likely since Sleep Token did a cover. That'd be wild. Memphis May Fire. Yeah. I feel like you already heard the Memphis May Fire record. It's like already out. You're only missing like 3 songs. They drop in March. Yeah. It's weird that Memphis May Fire is kind of doing the waterfall strategy of releasing all the singles like pretty much prior to the album because they're already a well-established band. I feel like they don't need to. Well, let's look at their Spotify numbers. So their new record comes out March. Yeah. Paralyzed, Shapeshifter, Necessary Evil, Chaotic is all in their top 10 most popular songs. So yeah, it's the reason why they release singles like this. It works for Spotify reasons, but kind of sucks when you listen to almost the entire album before it releases. Like that hurt the alt record for me. Considering I already heard half the record and then the other remaining songs didn't really wow me as much. That's why I didn't get album of the year for me. Who else? Come on guys, give me one band that we have not mentioned that you think will be dropping something in 2025. We already had Sleep Token, Loathe, Architects, Bad Omens, and then Animates. Who is missing? Aviations. I feel like Aviations could drop something. I hope that they do. Ginger is likely. Bleed From Within is likely. Era. Since Era dropped an album last year, I don't really see it happening. They might drop like the 1 or 2 songs this year. Oh, Thornhill. That's a good shout out. Silent Planet. Thornhill and Silent Planet are very likely to drop albums this year. I'm not sure about Silent Planet as much, but I feel like with Thornhill, it's been a while since Heroin. There we go. There we go. Deftones. That's a huge shout out. When did Ohms come out? 4 years ago. I really hope that they actually drop something. Now, if they will, I don't know. Deftones is one of those bands that can take a good amount of time between records, like Tool or something. That who knows, but this music video was released back on September 18th, 2020. Man, I don't know about you guys, but every time I see the year 2020, I always think of like COVID times. And like, oh yeah, we heard this when we were all locked up. What a strange time. But yeah, it's going to be 5 years if they don't drop something around like September time. The Deer Hunter. Yeah, that's a good shout out too. I don't know if they will because Casey is so adamant about finishing like, Act 6 with, he wants like a stage play. He wants to really make it into an actual like movie or something. Very ambitious dude. I just hope we get Act 6, man. I really hope so. I feel like he's becoming like George R.R. Martin. He's released such amazing books, but hasn't finished the series yet. Yeah, I think we're going to finish it off with Deftones. I think Deftones are likely to drop something too. Again, I really think 2025 is going to be an incredible year for music. 2024 was okay. 2023, the year prior, was insane. So again, I feel like a lot of bands were writing this year, taking some time off because again 2023 was an insane year that I really feel like this year is going to be incredible. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But guys, what is your most anticipated album of 2025? So comment down below, spice up my life. Guys, let me know in the comments. You know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to comment because it helps the video in the algorithm. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.